What's going on? It's Brother Jay, and I'm back with another thought of the day. Now, what I wasn't called this and saying is different world, you know what I'm saying? But truthfully, you got to call it like strange days, and you understand what I mean in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I was going to call it different world, you know what I'm saying, is because the world I'm living in is not the same world I grew up in. But what I mean by strange days is that some of the elderly people like us are giving in to the ideology of this new strange world that we're living in. Now, well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you from an old story and bring it up to the new. The old story used to be like in my dad's day, you know what I'm saying? They had to deal with racism straight out in the streets and stuff like that. So they had to do certain kind of protest things and saying to get their views viewed. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that was that time right there, and that was an ugly ass struggle. You see it on all the time with you know what I'm saying police dogs being sicked on black people and fire hose getting shot at people and all kinds of ugly stuff like that. So yeah, but the good part back then was it was a focus point because you saw who the enemy was. You saw it. You know what I'm saying? So it was no, oh, what? Did you not like me and shit? You can tell when he opened his mouth. You're saying, yeah, nigger. Boom. But where we live in these days right now, you can't tell who the enemy is. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Because the enemy, you know what I'm saying, is breeding. Wait, first of all, let me give you some record breaking statistics that wasn't out back in my father's day or my grandfather's day, but in my time. For example, one, we had a first black president. Neither one of my grandfather or my father saw those, but I'm seeing it. First black president. Bam. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about record breaking things, okay, that our generation didn't see, but we seen. Okay. Well, we saw, which is like I would call it the second, you know what I'm saying, Great Depression, I guess you would say, you know what I'm saying, with the banker bailout shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying, the bankers almost brought this fucking country to an ugly ass halt and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, now, probably my grandfather saw that, you know what I'm saying? Because he's around nearby the Great Depression, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he saw it like this, you know what I'm saying? Because at least back then, what, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, FDR, you know what I'm saying, he separated and said, okay, let's create this system right here to try to put the economics back on system and shit. Where when this banking bailout happened over here, they was like, fuck it, let's just pay that shit off and stuff like that. So that's a whole different time because, you know what I'm saying, they ain't want to put in the hard work, but, you know what I'm saying, like they did back then, which I give credit to FDR for. Now, COVID. You know what I'm saying? Now you can say, you know what I'm saying, back in the day they had, you know what I'm saying, the black plague over here and measles over here, you know what I'm saying? But this COVID shit, when you got a ignorant orange president that don't know how to deal with the pandemic and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was not even trying to solve this shit. He was in straight denial. Like, no, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got total control of all this shit, you know what I'm saying? That COVID shit, you know what I'm saying? That's over there with Asia and shit. That's all their fault, but we're cool. And next thing you know, all these Americans are dying and shit. He's like, oh well, and then he got COVID. That's the crazy part. Even he got COVID, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then he had to admit, like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Then we have the 9/11 terrorist attack. That never happened before. Well. You can probably say, you know what I'm saying, it did happen in, you know what I'm saying, in when Japan dropped the bomb, you know what I'm saying, on the US Navy and stuff like that and Hawaii and stuff like that. Okay, you can probably say that, you know what I'm saying? But No, it's no but. You know what I'm saying? That's a similar progress. I'm saying so back they can understand that as we are. So that's a similar thing. So I can't say that's not real. You know what I mean? Only thing I don't like, you know what I'm saying, is that at least, you know what I'm saying, back then when the Japanese attacked America, everybody knew who the enemy was. But see, with Bush handled that shit, he just said, "Oh, it's an enemy over here." We'll come to find out it wasn't that enemy; it's another enemy. But he, you know what I'm saying. So he didn't really approach it, you know what I'm saying, in the way that theater approached it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what? So I'm talking about differences of time brackets. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Now, one thing I can say that my grandfather didn't have or my dad didn't have is we got the first black vice president, first female vice president. So we have that. You know what I'm saying? You know. Now, one thing this is controversial, I'm about to get into right now, you know what I'm saying, is that we had the first non-political president. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only non-political, I guess you could say, official was Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I'm saying? Because he was an actor, then he became fucking governor and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time that ever happened. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, because Ronald Reagan, I have to take that back. Ronald Reagan had to, but Ronald Reagan was a governor, you know what I'm saying, before he became president. So he have been in the political field a little bit. Same thing like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I'm saying? So I guess I can reverse the Arnold Schwarzenegger line, you know what I'm saying? But president, like Trump is right now, nigga, we never had a fucking president that wasn't in the field of politics, at least first for a little bit, and then you became president. First of all, none. There's none. Not one. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, what's going on with this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? No. People might not want to listen to what I'm saying. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because they think I'm going too far with it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we are in some times right now, you know what I'm saying, that is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like this, exposing predators, you know what I'm saying? Now, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, they used to have, you know what I'm saying, you know, these clergymen or these priests saying touching on kids, but nobody knows the shit, but these are predators, you know what I'm saying? Now we got TV shows now, how to catch a predator and shit. You seeing these motherfuckers online with networks of motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, people are running to this state because this state believes in protecting predators. I mean, what I mean by protecting, I mean like this. See, back in my day when I was younger and stuff like that, and by the time I was going to jail and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? The worst thing you can go to jail on is, nigga, stop. The last thing you want to go to jail on is to be licensed as a, you know what I'm saying, you know, you rape women or you molested kids. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas in jail will treat you like dog shit. But see, here in Seattle, Washington and shit, these motherfucking system is set up to protect these motherfuckers. So if you did some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But these dudes in prison saying treat you like shit, you know what I'm saying? They're protected by what is called a hate law, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? That's why these motherfuckers are coming from all these other states out here with that fucking predator shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they know out here these laws protect these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That was never in the whole scheme of things, period, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, and last, you know what I'm saying, of subject I will say is probably like I'm saying, like the feminist movement. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen as much shit as I've seen now with the Me Too movement, you know what I'm saying, and all these other, you know what I'm saying, alphabet letters are popping out the woodworks and stuff like that, trying to force their way into churches, nigga, into fucking, you know what I'm saying, your livelihood. You can't go past a commercial while seeing some gay activity. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying, you barely seen a person kiss, let alone make out on TV. But these motherfuckers think it's cool that you show on TV that we kissing people and we going to fucking, you know what I'm saying, elementary schools and stuff like that, dressed in all drag and want to skip around with little kids. And what the fuck? We in some ugly ass times right now, bruh. You know what I'm saying? This is baffling. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was in my dad's time, because at least you had one enemy and one common problem. But now we got multitudes of problems, saying from the gay community here and stuff like that, and sexual predators over here and shit, and politicians talking way off the fucking wall here and stuff like that. And you got, you know what I'm saying, the black community is divisive, you know what I'm saying, because, you know what I'm saying, everybody thinking they're the girl boss and feminist movement, this. And man, this is too many fucking problems, man. This is too many fucking problems, man. That's why I wish I was living back in my dad's day. At least it was simplicity. At least if you have this enemy over here, you know you have your woman that got your back over here. You got your black community over here that supports you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have some kind of support system. Now it's everybody fends for self. No one cares about no one else unless it serves their agenda first. And I'm not trying to be black pill on it, you know what I'm saying? It's just I'm telling it like it is, compared to in my dad's day and my father's day. There was more simplistic times than it is right now. We got to figure this out. And the conclusion I would say in closing is this. If we don't figure this out, in the next 10 years, there's going to be some ugly, horrendously ugly shit that's going to make people see all they worlds crash down. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully it don't get there, but it's going to crash down. You can't sustain this momentum at this pace, at this rate that is going. This can't sustain. Something's got to give. So I'll end that on that note. Deuce.